Las Vegas Raiders back at home on the Strip, hoping their latest pull on the win machine comes up W's and gets them back to 500, which the visiting Chicago Bears are trying to reach as well after breaking into the win column last week.
Back, zips one, and it's picked off, and that will officially seal the deal.
Took a little longer than expected, but Matt Eberflus did make Caleb Williams look great again. Bear down, will take it, better late than never. Caleb hit Sin City off his best game as a pro, 298 yards, 4 TDs, no picks, a plus 140 rate, over 10 yards per attempt, lots of chunky throws, first 100 rate game of the year.
Williams looking, pressured, throws, caught, touchdown!
So the Raiders are looking at an offense that just cracked 30 for the first time in 2025, 24 plus points, 2 of their 3 contests.
Then Caleb Williams just kept going. Receivers were running open all day, different guys.
That means we have a 30-point offense trying to keep it going versus a Raiders defense that gave up 34 of the 41 points they allowed Week 3 to Washington. First time they've given up more than 21.
Throwing it because he wants to close the game out, but instead will take it into the end zone.
Raiders secondary that Williams is facing gave up a TD to Marcus Mariota. Not many yards, but a rate allowed near 120, which pushed their season figure over 100.
Mariota to throw and open. Zach Ertz at midfield.
Caleb's success last week tied in large part to the protection he got. He had some dropbacks where he was able to just camp out. Not a single sack taken on 28 pass attempts.
Wow, terrific pocket. Standing in there behind Tooney and Dahlman and Jackson.
He'll have Mad Max chasing him around this week. Finished the job once versus Washington, has a bag in 2 of their 3.
He's going to go down in here, and Max is just going to explode. He sees the whole thing, blows it up.
Crosby, the only Raider to make it home on 21 pass attempts, though. Secondary gave up a couple big splash plays, a 56-yarder to Terry McLaurin, who went for 74 yards against him, a 43-yard TD given up to Luke McCaffrey. 8 guys caught Williams' passes versus Dallas. Colston Loveland, a 31-yarder. Olamide Zaccheaus, 24 yards. DJ Moore scored, only 21 yards. Cole Kmet scored, only 10 yards. Rookie Luther Burden made his first big impact with over 100 yards and a TD, thanks to a little flea flicker action.
To Swift, trying to get a flea flicker, throws a seed, has a man, it is caught for a touchdown!
Rome Odunze, 62 yards and a score. He has started the year with a TD in all 3 games.
Williams has a man wide open, he's got a touchdown, Odunze!
And running back DeAndre Swift struggled again as a runner, under 2.3 per carry in 2 of 3 games, but gave him 45 yards out of the backfield.
They get the lineman out in front, get Swift in space, and let him do the rest.
Maybe he can find some room versus a Vegas defense that gave up over 200 yards on the ground to Washington on over 6 yards per attempt, 3 rushing TDs allowed.
Still on his feet, Jeremy McNichols. I don't think they're going to get him.
Raiders D hoping its offense can help out by not waiting till the 4th quarter to fire things up. It's not that they hit Week 4 struggling to score. 24 in their Week 3 loss is okay at least, and the most they've scored this year.
Dumps it off to the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas Raiders.
If you turned that game on late, you'd have thought Geno Smith was killing it. 289 yards, 3 touchdowns, a rate over 130. He's gone for a 100-plus rate in 2 of 3, 289-plus in 2 of 3.
Smith rolling, throwing, and open is Jacoby Myers. Inside the 30, down the sideline he goes.
You might have also thought you were watching the most dominant receiver in the game. Trey Tucker hits this week off a 3-touchdown outing, 145 yards.
Going deep, that's Trey Tucker in for the touchdown.
The Bears defense they try to carry the momentum over against held Dallas to 14 points, 3 for 11 on 3rd down, their best offering on D so far.
Exactly what you need when the ball's tipped up in the air. You got everyone hustling to the ball.
Bears secondary didn't have to worry about CeeDee Lamb for too much of the game, but remember, they didn't have their top corner either. Still held Dak to a low 70s rate, picked him off twice, came out with 3 interceptions total. Also that group's strongest outing.
Can't find anyone floating. Intercepted again by Tremaine Edmonds.
did give up 292 yards, so 64 yards allowed to Kevontae Turpin, 68 and a touchdown to George Pickens, 82 yards to Jake Ferguson, but on 13 receptions, they held him to 6.3 per catch. They get to see what Brock Bowers is about next, only 38 yards last week. He's still trying to get back to 100% health. Dante Thornton gave him 29 yards versus Washington. Jacoby Myers, the second fiddle to Tucker with 63 yards. He's been good for that or more in each game.
Throw high, but hauled in by Jacoby Myers.
Chicago pass rush hasn't been great at getting home, but Montez Sweat did get to Dak once, Bears with 2 sacks.
And he's in trouble, and he goes down for the sack. Montez Sweat gets home.
Maybe they can meet up a little more with Geno, being he was planted 5 times by the Commanders.
Pressure coming, and he sacks Bobby Wagner again.
And are we going to see Ashton Genty break out anytime soon? Still hasn't eclipsed 4 per run in any game, 63 yards, 3.7 per last week, but he would seem to have a shot at a little something versus a Chicago defense that has given up 5.5 a carry over 3 games, gave up over 6 per attempt to Dallas, had trouble with Javonte Williams.
Williams looking for some blocks, gets some first down and more.
Since 1990, 2-2 teams have made the playoffs 37% of the time, 1-3, 13%, so there's a lot on the line. Chapter 1 between the two, 1972, not a bad start to the book.
Game 14, and Marv Hubbard, who finished with a record 1,100 yards rushing, was presented the annual Gorman Award. Then Clarence Davis and the offensive line buried the Bears before a 38th consecutive sellout crowd, and Oakland entered the playoffs with a 10-3-1 record.